Twilight Town in Kingdom Hearts 3 was beautiful, it was gorgeous, and was a highly anticipated and welcome addition to Kingdom Hearts 3, though sadly that's all I have to say that's great about it. Twilight Town is one of the more treasured worlds in the franchise among fans, first appearing in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for Game Boy Advance, and then officially being introduced to us in Kingdom Hearts 2's infamous prologue. While Twilight Town was never a world I revisited constantly in Kingdom Hearts games, it always provided tons of substance to the story playthrough of the games it's featured in. I'm not a person who likes to separate the original worlds and Disney worlds in the Kingdom Hearts series, because I like to try my best to view all the worlds as one of the same, since in the context of Kingdom Hearts, they are all a part of that universe, though for the sake of understanding, in this video I'll refer to them as I first mentioned. Original worlds in Kingdom Hearts are usually where most of the story happens. Regardless of what Kingdom Hearts game you're playing, that's kind of just how it is. Most Kingdom Hearts games scatter little bits of exposition in the dialogue in the Disney worlds, but major events have never happened in them, and I don't think they ever will. That's likely due to multiple reasons, though that's why original worlds in a certain section of the Kingdom Hearts community is held in very high regards by fans, because that's where a lot of the lore happens, that's where some of the best design is. Even some of the Kingdom Hearts games with the worst level design have some great original worlds. And I don't want to say Twilight Town's level design in Kingdom Hearts 3 is bad. It's like what it offers isn't bad. What Twilight Town is in Kingdom Hearts 3 is not terrible. What might make it terrible, or what might make someone say it's bad, is the lack of content in that world. In that world, you have the marketplace, and you have the woods, and you have the sewers. There's no mansion, no sandlot, no usual spot, no clock tower, no station. Some of the most iconic areas in Twilight Town are completely missing from Kingdom Hearts 3. The clock tower actually you can perfectly see in the distance. Actually, I believe in Out of Bounds videos you are able to go to it, and in that area you're actually able to walk around and whatnot, or at least I believe so off of memory. I think Twilight Town got shafted the most in Kingdom Hearts 3, and that sucks because usually Twilight Town, Traverse Town, World It Never Was, Hollow Bastion, these worlds, they're never even considered like worst worlds in a Kingdom Hearts game, yet Kingdom Hearts 3 is the first where Twilight Town is one of the worst. And once again, I want to reiterate this. I don't think what they give you in the world is necessarily bad. Because think about it like this. There's a lot of areas in Twilight Town, the areas they did choose to put in that game, that are done way better in this game than they ever were in other games. The marketplace isn't completely empty in Kingdom Hearts 3. It feels alive. You can walk around and hear people talking. You can interact with some objects. You can go to Remy's place there, though we'll get to that in a minute. Additionally, the forest looks absolutely amazing and is way better than Kingdom Hearts 2's forest, and that's widely because of the huge graphic upscale, and also because of all the movement options you have, so you're not limited movement wise. So it's really cool and fun to walk around in. But as soon as you go into the world, you fight nobodies, you fight Demon Tide, then after you do that, you do the fight in the forest, you get a cutscene, do another fight with like some nobodies and Heartless, then you run back to the marketplace, you collect ingredients, boom, the world's done. That world, unless you just really like taking your time, won't take you any longer than like 30 or 40 minutes, because that's how long it took me. And most of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3, easily, first playthrough, even second playthrough, if you're enjoying yourself, easily can be 2 hours each. But Twilight Town is 30, 40 minutes, and honestly, I even feel like that's a stretch. That might just be with cutscenes. But let's say you're doing that world without cutscenes, that world's easily like 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, if that. Like all the other worlds without cutscenes are at least an hour. I'd even say maybe an hour and a half. But no, Twilight Town is so short. And it's crazy because this was one of the first worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3. This was the first world we saw in Kingdom Hearts 3. You can't go and visit Destiny Island, so I'm not going to count that, but Twilight Town literally was the first world we saw in Kingdom Hearts 3, both in that announcement trailer and in that D23 2013 Expo like gameplay demo. Even though they completely swapped engines, we still saw Twilight Town a little bit in the Unreal Engine 4. And like I said in my cut content video, enemies were there, Heartless were spawning there. You saw some large bodies and saw these little bow and arrow Heartless that they put in the Tangled world. But then you play Kingdom Hearts 3 and there's no Heartless in the marketplace, it's literally just nobodies. A very tough nobody fight on critical mode, I might add. But it feels like the world was completely scrapped from what it was supposed to be originally. Now, I do agree with the decision to overall make the marketplace, that tram common system area. I do agree with making that place a little more lively, but honestly, you could have easily put the Sandlot in the game, the usual spot, the station. Like, why not? I mean, I guess because we didn't visit those areas and Sora doesn't need to hang around here for that long. But you can make the exact same argument for all the Disney worlds, and those Disney worlds, like I said earlier, easily, if you're playing through those your first time, are 2 hours, maybe even more. So why did Twilight Town have to get the shaft like that? Olympus was one of the first worlds we got revealed to us as well in Kingdom Hearts 3, and that world is, to a lot of people, the best world in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's a really good world, very explorable, beautiful areas to look at, so much verticality, and it makes good use of your movement, and was a very good introduction into Kingdom Hearts 3. The only bad thing I can say about Olympus might be like the lava and Ice Titan fight, because I kind of didn't like that arena. But even then though, the spectacle of the fight at least was amazing. But the first world that is advertised to us in Kingdom Hearts 3, Twilight Town, gets the biggest shaft of them all. Honestly, if I'm being honest with you, Twilight Town is as long as the Winnie the Pooh world in Kingdom Hearts 3. That's sad. That is so sad. Part of me wants to say that world might be longer than Twilight Town is. Part of me wants to say that, but maybe we won't go that far. But it's definitely close. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Now, I would have been perfectly fine with a quick 20-30 minute visit because I wasn't mad at the visit in general. This frustration didn't kick in until I'd say after I beat the game, because at that point I realized, okay, we're not visiting this world anymore. There's no more in this world. That's it. Because I had hope that maybe us leaving this world like early or very early compared to the other ones was going to lead into a second visit or third visit of this world where we got to explore it a little bit more. You know that big tease they gave you with the mansion in Kingdom Hearts 3? Literally, you walk in front of the mansion and don't go into it. You skip the entire mansion and it's just a cutscene activates. You're telling me we don't get to fight Heartless or nobodies inside the mansion? There's nothing going on in there to look around? We went straight to the basement. But I wanted to see it. I don't think a single Kingdom Hearts fan would have been mad if we got to explore the mansion again. Even if it had less rooms even, I think people would have appreciated us even being able to go down there. Being able to escort Hayner, Pence, and Olaf. You could give us a mini escort mission. That would be pretty cool, right? But here's another thing. I feel like I got teased so hard with the potential Data Twilight Town visit. Because they were talking about Data Twilight Town quite a bit. And I was like, wait, are we going to be able to go to Data Twilight Town? Because that would have been so cool. But no. And I'm not really mad at them for that. I mean, that's like actual wishful thinking, going to Data Twilight Town in KH3. But I'm sure you get the idea I'm getting at. The point I'm trying to make is that the most iconic areas in Twilight Town are literally gone. But at least give us some areas to explore post-game. I'm not going to sit here and say Kingdom Hearts 2's Twilight Town has some crazy post-game content that was like revolutionary for that game. Most people go to Radiant Garden for that. But you were at least able to explore. It was fun to mess around on the skateboard. I mean, I guess there's no need for Sora to have a skateboard if he has air step, but still, like, it just would have been cool. Now, maybe a potential Radiant Garden visit can make up for this. Or if they expand Twilight Town and ReMIND, it can make up for this perfectly. But this is the only world in Kingdom Hearts 3 that it's hard for me to find like a big positive in it, other than it looks good. Oh yeah, and about the cuisine thing I said earlier, what would be cool, what might make me like this world better, would have been if I could only do the cuisine thing at Twilight Town. Some people might think that's more annoying than it is like good, but at least it would have given me a reason to come back here. But no, you can do the cuisine thing on the go, so there's literally almost no reason at all in the game to revisit this world after that little 30-minute visit. There's cutscenes of Twilight Town, like scenes with Ansem and Ansem getting ready to go into the mansion or whatever. That whole scene with like Hayner's kick that got memed to oblivion. A lot of that stuff was happening in game. But no second Twilight Town visit, none of that. On top of the world being as popular as it is, it just deserved to be treated way better. And it's just sad that it wasn't. I'm not expecting Kingdom Hearts 3 ReMIND to fix this at all. To be honest, I think it's a lot more likely that we'll get a Scala Asylum expansion compared to a Twilight Town expansion in ReMIND. But is it possible? Yes and no. They could easily wrap in Twilight Town into the story, and I can think of a couple of ways for them to do so. I'm pretty sure that Subject X likely has something to do with Twilight Town. One of Ansem's computers is inside of Radiant Garden in Twilight Town. So I'm sure there's some valuable information about maybe some of these subjects in there, and they could expand the world or expand a Radiant Garden or expand a Twilight Town and allow that to happen. I don't know, there's a lot they can do, but I think a Scala expansion's a lot more likely, which I'll personally take. I will take a Scala Asylum expansion. Once again, I'm sorry for the overly negative video, but I did just kind of want to get my opinion about this out there, because I honestly think that Square Enix going forward should not treat like Twilight Town or any world like this. And I don't like looking at ReMIND to like fix all the problems with Kingdom Hearts 3, because I don't think it's going to be some crazy fix for all of the game's issues. I just think it's going to add on to what we already loved, and I'm perfectly down with that. But if there is something that really does need to be fixed, I would 100% say Twilight Town is one of them. Though, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, share the video with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you have not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red little subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.